I feel like, you know, maybe some of our listeners, they don't know what metal really is. I mean, not to like gatekeep it, but you know, some people think metal is like Bon Jovi, but this isn't the kind of metal that'll be at Oblivion Access.
No, it's not. Partly because we can't afford Bon Jovi.
Yeah, that would be pretty expensive, I think.
But I mean, metal is metal, man. Like, metal is what you make of it. I think it's more of a lifestyle than just a music genre. You know, I mean, you have your typical, you know, chains and black and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But it's also a headspace too. You know, it's sticking it to the man, but in this case, a guitar and drums and a bass.
For sure.
It's just one more way of getting that done.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe part of the difficulty some people have in getting metal, there's like a million subgenres, and sometimes they don't necessarily overlap, even though they're kind of all on the fringe on some level.
Right.
So like, I mean, you have Carcass is headlining the first night of one of the shows, and they were, I guess, like an early example of death and also grindcore in a way.
Yeah, you know, they're one of those bands, you know, they just pioneered heavy, you know, in the 80s and the 90s, and some people call them death, some people call them grindcore. I call it good.
Indeed, yeah.
So,
yeah.
As long, you know, and that's my thing with metal is, you know, I don't really try to get too much into subgenres.
Right.
If it's good, it's good. And if it's not, like, but somebody likes it, that's your opinion, man. Like, it might not be your cup of tea, but it's someone else's.
Right, for sure.
Don't hate on it.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
definitely. And I think that's like something this festival does super well is like, you know, like the Danny Brown lineup is like super eclectic. You have like,
it's pretty wacky.
Yeah, you have hardcore punk there too with Soul Glow out of Philly.
And Sex Pill out of Houston.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I mean, this festival does a really good job of like mixing everything together, but it also like makes a lot of sense.
It does. There's this weird common thread, and I think it's just artists making what they love. I think that's really the common thread, is just, you know, what we're passionate about. This is how it comes out, this is how it sounds. And it just so happens that your punk band would sound good with this hip hop group because you have a similar message. You know, they're both angry, or they're both laughing at society, they're both doing whatever it is that they're doing. Just two different styles of music, but it works.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, the common mindset is there. You know, we want people to see that, you know, it's not a bunch of scary people, it's a bunch of talented, smart, compassionate people.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, the music might be abrasive, but they're a lovely human being, and, you know, they're just doing their job. They're just doing their creative outlet, and, you know, let's embrace that.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely worth the pause and listen, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
take the time to
give it a chance, absorb it. If you don't like it, move on, but you might like it.
Yeah.
Chances are you probably will.